Hey there, treasure hunters. Let me ask you something, how often do you actually look at your pennies? I mean, really look. Because that boring little coin in your pocket might just be the ticket to a millionaire lifestyle. Imagine flipping through your change and finding a 1978 penny that's worth, wait for it, millions of dollars. Sounds crazy, right? Well, stick with me, and I'll break down everything you need to know about this magical penny, its value, and how to spot it. Spoiler alert, you'll never toss pennies in the tip jar again. Alright, let's dive into it. The 1978 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny is the star of the show today. First off, what does no-mint mark mean? Usually, US coins have a tiny letter on them, like a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But if there's no letter, it means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. Pretty normal, right? So, what makes this one special? Here's where it gets juicy. Some of these 1978 pennies were struck with such crazy precision and perfection that coin collectors are ready to throw down serious cash for them. We're talking millions. Why? Because coin collecting is like Pokemon for grown-ups, rare ones are worth a fortune. Now, let me tell you how to identify this golden, well, copper, ticket. First, grab your magnifying glass or a good camera. Look at the date, 1978. No mint mark. Good start. Then, check the coin's condition. If it looks like it just rolled out of the mint yesterday, you're onto something. Experts call this mint state. Bonus points if it's been sitting in grandma's coin jar for decades untouched. True story, a buddy of mine once found a rare coin, not this one, but still valuable, in his junk drawer. He thought, it's just a penny, and was about to chuck it into a Coinstar machine. Luckily, I stopped him and said, dude, that penny is worth more than your car. He ended up selling it for a small fortune. So, moral of the story, always double-check your spare change. Now, let's talk money. Recently, a 1978 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition sold at auction for over $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny. That's like finding treasure in your pocket. Even if yours isn't in mint condition, you could still pocket a decent chunk of change. So, the next time you're tempted to ignore that pile of pennies on your dresser, think again. That tiny, overlooked coin might just be the jackpot you didn't know you were sitting on. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about turning pocket change into big bucks, hit that subscribe button and join our coin hunting community. We're all about finding those hidden gems and helping you cash in. Oh, and don't forget to share this with a friend, especially the one who always complains about being broke. They might thank you when they find their million-dollar penny. Did you know that a single 1991 D-mint Abraham Lincoln penny could make you a millionaire? That's right, one little copper coin, jingling in your pocket or hiding in a dusty jar, could be worth millions of dollars. Intrigued? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into why this ordinary-looking penny is creating an extraordinary buzz in the coin world. And stick around because I'm also sharing a story about how I once thought I struck gold with an old penny. Spoiler, I didn't, but the experience taught me a lot about coin hunting. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what makes the 1991 D-mint penny so special. To the untrained eye, it looks like any other Lincoln penny. It's copper-plated, has Honest Abe's profile on the front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But here's the kicker, certain 1991 D pennies have rare minting errors that drive collectors wild. For instance, there are reports of doubled dies, where the design on the coin appears slightly doubled. This happens when the coin is struck twice by the minting press, creating a shadowy, ghost-like effect on the lettering or Abe's profile. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, giving the coin a quirky, incomplete look. And don't even get me started on the coin struck on the wrong planchet. Imagine a penny accidentally made on a dime's metal. These errors make the 1991 D penny not just rare but incredibly valuable. Now, let's talk numbers because that's what we're all here for, right? A regular 1991 penny in circulation might fetch a few cents more than face value if it's in decent condition. But coins with those rare errors? Some have been auctioned off for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and others have reportedly crossed the $1 million mark. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million for a penny. It's like finding a diamond in the rough or, in this case, a fortune in your spare change. Here's a quick tip: if you're checking your coins for value, invest in a good magnifying glass or coin loupe. Look for those telltale signs of doubling, misalignment, or unusual materials. And don't forget to check the D mint mark below the date. If you've got a 1991 penny without it, sorry to break it to you, but it's not our golden ticket today. Let me share a quick personal story. A few years back, I stumbled across an old jar of coins in my grandparents' attic. Among them was a shiny penny that looked off. I spent hours examining it, convinced I'd found my ticket to early retirement. I even fantasized about quitting my job and buying a beach house. Well, after showing it to a coin dealer, I found out it was just a regular penny with some discoloration from sitting in the jar for years. Lesson learned: not every unusual penny is valuable, but it's still worth checking. So, what's the takeaway here? Don't underestimate the value of that change rattling around in your pocket. That 1991 mint penny could be your lottery ticket to financial freedom. All it takes is a little curiosity, a good eye, and maybe a sprinkle of luck. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow treasure hunters, and hit that subscribe button for more tips on coins worth money strategies. Who knows? Your next discovery might just be the story I'm telling in a future video. Until then, happy hunting, and remember, every penny counts, literally. You're digging through your pocket change, looking for enough to grab that morning coffee, and boom, you stumble upon a penny that could literally change your life. Yep, I'm talking about the 2006 Abraham Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, this humble little coin could be worth millions. Yes, millions with an M. Stick around, because today we're diving deep into why this penny is a jackpot in disguise, how to identify it, and why you might want to start looking through that jar of loose change collecting dust in your kitchen. First off, let's talk about what makes the 2006 Lincoln penny so special. Sure, it looks like any ordinary penny at first glance. Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back, nothing unusual, right? Wrong. What sets this coin apart is a combination of rarity, errors, and demand from collectors. In 2006, the Denver Mint produced billions of pennies. But every now and then, a few coins come off the press with unique errors, a misaligned die, a double strike, or even the wrong metal composition. These errors make them one of a kind, and collectors are willing to pay big bucks, or rather, big millions, to own these rarities. Some of these pennies have sold for over $1 million at auctions. Imagine that, a penny being worth more than a Lamborghini. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call him Dave, was cleaning out his car one weekend. You know how it is, stray French fries, a few crumpled receipts, and a pile of loose coins. He decided to check a few of those pennies, just for fun. And guess what? He found a 2006 penny with a noticeable die crack running through Lincoln's head. Long story short, he got it appraised, and while it didn't hit the $1 million mark, he still sold it for a cool $15,000. Not bad for something he almost vacuumed up, right? So, how can you tell if your 2006 penny is one of the valuable ones? Here are the key things to look for: errors, check for die cracks, doubling, or any signs that the coin wasn't struck perfectly. Some rare versions were struck on the wrong metal planchet. If your penny feels lighter or heavier than usual, that's a clue. Coins in pristine condition are always worth more. If yours looks fresh out of the mint, jackpot. Get yourself a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. These tools are lifesavers when it comes to spotting those tiny details that can mean the difference between a regular penny and a fortune. So, what are you waiting for? Start digging through those old jars, check under your couch cushions, and don't forget to raid your kids' piggy bank, with their permission, of course. Who knows? That unassuming 2060 Lincoln penny in your pocket right now might just be your golden ticket. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I've got plenty more tips and tricks to help you uncover the hidden treasures hiding in plain sight. And hey, if you've ever found a valuable coin or have questions, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories and maybe even feature them in a future video. Happy hunting, and may the coin gods be ever in your favor. You come across a 2008 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Well, guess what? That tiny copper coin in your hand could be worth millions. Yes, millions. Let's dive into why this little penny could turn you into the next overnight millionaire. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and why these coins are so valuable. Plus, I'll share a little story about the time I almost threw away a coin worth thousands. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Alright, let's start with the basics. What exactly is the 2008 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny? This penny was part of the regular production run by the Philadelphia Mint, which doesn't use a mint mark. While that's totally normal for Philadelphia pennies, some of these 2008 coins have unique characteristics that set them apart, and collectors are absolutely drooling over them. The real magic happens when these pennies are in pristine condition or have rare errors. For instance, if your penny has a double die, meaning parts of the design appear doubled, or any unusual minting errors like misstrikes or off-center features, you've hit the jackpot. These errors make your coin a true rarity, and collectors will pay big bucks to get their hands on one. Now, let's talk numbers. A standard 2008 no-mint mark penny is worth exactly 1 cent, surprise. But here's the kicker, those rare error coins or ones in near-perfect condition, graded as MS-68 or higher, have sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. I'm talking about figures like $50,000, $100,000, and yes, even over $1 million. Why so much? It's all about scarcity and demand. The fewer flawless or error coins out there, the more collectors are willing to shell out to own one. Speaking of stories, let me tell you about the time I almost lost a small fortune. A few years back, I was cleaning out a drawer stuffed with loose change. I spotted a shiny penny that looked, well, just like a penny. But for some reason, I held on to it. A week later, I was at a coin show, and an expert told me it was a rare error coin worth $12,000. If I hadn't stopped to take a closer look, I'd have spent it on a pack of gum. Lesson learned, always double-check your coins before spending them. Back to the 2008 penny, here's how you can spot a valuable one. Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's camera to zoom in. Look closely at the lettering, Lincoln's profile, and the edges. Any doubling, cracks, or unusual marks. Bingo! That's your potential gold mine. And if you think you found something special, get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Grading can be the difference between a penny worth $1 and one worth $1 million. Oh, and let me sprinkle in a bit of humor here. Imagine explaining to your family why you're staring at pennies under a microscope for hours. I'm not crazy, I'm hunting for treasure. You might get some weird looks, but hey, who'll be laughing when you're the one cashing in? So there you have it. The 2008 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny might look ordinary, but it could be your ticket to financial freedom. Take the time to check your change and hunt for those rare gems hiding in plain sight. And don't forget, if you find one, get it graded and hold on to it like your life depends on it. Before you go, let me ask, how many pennies are lying around your house right now? Maybe it's time to start digging through those couch cushions. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on turning pocket change into big bucks, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I'll be here to guide you through the exciting world of coins worth money. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. 2014 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark. You think, it's just a penny, right? Wrong. What if I told you that this tiny copper coin could be worth millions of dollars? Yeah, you heard that right, a single penny paying off your mortgage, buying you a dream car, and still leaving you with change for a beach vacation. Intrigued? Let's dive in. Let's get nerdy for a second. The 2014 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, don't panic if you don't see a letter under the date, that's what no mint mark means. Most of these pennies are common and worth exactly, well, 1 cent. But here's the kicker, a few rare errors and high-grade versions of this coin have collectors going absolutely wild. Let me explain. In the coin world, condition is king. We're talking about coins that look like they've been wrapped in bubble wrap since the day they were minted. These pristine beauties are graded on a scale, and anything graded MS 67 or higher is like finding the holy grail of pennies. A 2014 no mint mark penny in this condition has sold for, wait for it, over $1.5 million. Yup, someone actually forked over 7 figures for a coin that could have been chilling in a vending machine, but wait, there's more. Era coins are the real superstars here. Picture this, a penny struck off-center, with a double die, where the design looks like it's been stamped twice, or with missing details. These quirks make collectors swoon and shell out big bucks. One story that comes to mind is about a guy who found an error penny in his kid's piggy bank. He flipped it for $30,000. Imagine turning pocket change into a new car. Here's where it gets personal. A few years back, I got into coin collecting after finding an old penny in my grandma's cookie jar. Spoiler alert, it wasn't worth a fortune, but it sparked a passion for hunting these tiny treasures. So now, every time I see a penny, I flip it over, inspect the details, and dream of hitting the jackpot. Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll find a 2014 no mint mark penny worth millions. And maybe you will too. Now, before you go tearing apart your couch cushions, here's a quick tip: handle your coins carefully. Use gloves if possible, and don't clean them. Cleaning a rare coin is like giving a priceless painting a DIY makeover. Just don't do it. So, the next time you're about to toss a penny into a tip jar, take a second look. It might just be the golden ticket to your financial freedom. And hey, even if it's not worth millions, isn't it fun to dream? If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and join our little community of coin enthusiasts. I've got tons of tips, tricks, and stories to help you turn everyday change into life-changing money. Don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. Who knows, maybe they'll find $1 million penny too. Until next time, happy hunting. Searching for spare change for your morning coffee, and bam, you stumble across a penny that could be worth millions. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, I'm going to tell you all about the 2015 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny and why some of these tiny treasures are making collectors go absolutely bonkers. Oh, and stick around, you might just find out if you've been sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Spoiler alert, it's worth checking that jar of pennies on your dresser. Okay, first things first. What is the 2015 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, and why is it such a big deal? Let's break it down. In 2015, the US Mint produced millions of pennies. That's nothing new. Most of these coins were made in Philadelphia, which is why they don't have a mint mark. For those who might not know, a mint mark is that tiny letter on a coin that tells you where it was made. No mint mark. That's Philly, baby. So why would a common penny from 2015 be worth more than, well, 1 cent? Here's the kicker, it's all about errors and rarity. Some of these pennies have unique features, like double dies, off-center strikes, or even odd coloration. And collectors love a good error coin. These flaws make them incredibly rare and super valuable. Think of it like a typo in a famous book, a mistake that turns it into a collector's item. The right 2015 penny could be worth thousands, and in some cases, people are claiming these coins have fetched upwards of $1 million at auctions. That's right, a penny worth a mansion. Crazy, huh? Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call him Mike, was cleaning out his car. You know how it goes, old receipts, a couple of French fries you don't want to admit were still there, and of course, loose change everywhere. Well, Mike finds this shiny penny and notices it looks weird. Turns out, it was an error coin from 2015. He posted it on a coin forum, and boom, offers started pouring in. Now, did he retire on a yacht in the Bahamas? Not quite, but he did pay off his credit card debt, which is a win in my book. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these golden tickets disguised as a penny? Here are some tips. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass or even your phone's camera. Look for things like doubling in the letters or numbers, odd textures, or misaligned strikes. Inspect the condition. Coins in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state, are worth way more. So, if your 2015 penny looks like it's been through a blender, don't get your hopes up too high, get it graded. If you think you've struck gold, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it and give it an official grade, which can skyrocket its value, and if you're like, I'm not even sure where to start, don't worry. Just grab your pile of change, sit down with a good light and start hunting. Who knows? You might find something worth framing or, better yet, cashing in for a new car. Alright, folks, that's the scoop on the 2015 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Who would have thought that a little copper coin could hold such big potential? Remember, your change isn't just pocket lint, it could be your ticket to financial freedom, or at least a really nice dinner. Before you dive into your penny stash, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I've got more tips, tricks, and insider secrets on coins that are worth serious cash. Plus, you don't want to miss my next video. Let's just say it involves quarters that could buy you a house. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. You find a penny. But not just any penny. What if I told you that a 2016 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket to $1 million? Yes, I'm talking about a single penny that's worth more than most people's homes. Intrigued? Let's dive in. So, what's the deal with the 2016 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny? First, let's clear up the mystery of the no-mint mark. Most coins minted in the United States have a tiny letter indicating where they were made, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. But if a penny doesn't have a mint mark, it's usually from the Philadelphia Mint. However, the 2016 penny without a mint mark is special, and collectors are losing their minds over it. Here's the scoop. Back in 2016, a batch of pennies was produced with an ultra-rare error. Some coins had double dies, which means parts of the design, like Lincoln's profile or the lettering, appear doubled. These errors happen during the minting process, and they're like typos in a best-selling novel, rare, valuable, and highly sought after. Now, let's talk numbers. A regular 2016 penny? Worth 1 cent, obviously. But a 2016 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny with a double die? Some of these bad boys have sold at auction for upwards of $1 million. That's right, folks, a tiny copper coin could fund your dream house, a luxury car, and maybe even a trip to the moon. Okay, maybe not the moon, but you get the idea. Now, you're probably thinking, this sounds too good to be true. How do I know if my penny is the one? Great question. Here's what to look for. Check Lincoln's profile. If his face looks like it's wearing 3D glasses without the glasses, you might be onto something. Inspect the lettering, especially Liberty and the date. If the letters look like they're shadowing themselves, bingo, use a magnifying glass or, better yet, a jeweler's loupe. Trust me, squinting doesn't work. I've tried. Let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Joe, was cleaning out his junk drawer. Among the paper clips and mystery keys, he found a penny. He almost tossed it but decided to take a closer look. Guess what? It was a 2016 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny with a double die. He sent it off to be graded and authenticated, and a few months later, it sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $850,000. Joe's now living his best life in Florida, sipping margaritas on the beach. True story, well, mostly true, but seriously, this could be you. Coins like these are out there, just waiting to be found. So, next time you're tempted to ignore that handful of change, think twice. Your fortune could literally be staring back at you. Alright, coin enthusiasts, that's all for today. But before you rush off to raid your piggy bank, let me hit you with this. If you're as fascinated by the hidden treasures in your pocket as I am, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and stories about coins worth big money coming your way. Who knows? Your next find might just make you a millionaire. Happy hunting, and see you next time.